instant happiness when I smell these fragrances. Hi everyone, I'm Jolima from Scented Moments YouTube channel, where I help you to explore the amazing world of perfumery. So in this video I have here 12 fragrances that makes me feel very happy every time I smell them, either because I have great memories attached with these with some of these fragrances, either because they are very fresh and uplifting and effervescent, energizing fragrances that puts me really in a great mood. So I have here a bit of everything, either because they are fragrances that, although they are thick, rich, resinous fragrance, but I have so many good memories, or because they are just very fresh and effortless and effervescent that instantly change my mood in the best way. So and without mentioning them in a specific order, I will first mention designer fragrances, 6 designer fragrances, and then I'll go to the niche fragrances. So the first one is, actually this is a recent acquisition, a fairly recent acquisition from the house of Lalique, and it is L'Insoumis. Beautiful bottle presentation here, beautiful cap. It's always Lalique, always have beautiful bottles, and this fragrance, this fragrance reminds me of Creed's Viking. And every time I'm talking about this fragrance, which I already did a couple of times, I always mention this. I never heard anyone saying or comparing this fragrance with Creed Viking. And this one was released in 2016. Creed Viking was released the year after. Now, this has rum, this has lavender, this has spices. This has quite a few notes in their note breakdown that are the same that are used in Viking. So this has some similarities. They share some notes, L'Insoumis and Viking. And for some reason, the barbershop, this is a barbershop scent, like a modern barbershop fragrance with a slightly boozy nuance because of the rum. It's to die for. This fragrance is so good. Great performance, and this just makes me feel happy. This was a blind buy, and the first time I sprayed it, it was like, wow, this is amazing. Reminds me of Creed Viking, but it's amazing still. And it's a high quality scent. Lalique has amazing fragrances in their portfolio, from the Encens line, from Lalique White, from what they have, Lalique Hommage à l'Homme. And this one, it's so good. It's fantastic. And I love Creed Viking. Actually, it's the only Creed that I would consider to buy nowadays. I have Millésime Imperial in Virgin Island water, like vintage, both of them. But yes, I would consider to grab a full bottle of Creed Viking. Although, again, there's a lot of people saying that it was reformulated. It has the same problem of Aventus, like different batches, variations, and so I don't know. I'm very skeptical in purchasing a full bottle of Creed Viking. But then I blind bought this one, sprayed it, and it was like, wow, so good, so versatile, so elegant. So likable, so appealing. It's beautiful. I absolutely love this one. It's really, you really need to try this if you want a signature scent, a modern signature scent with a unique touch. Please check this one out. It's beautiful. It's L'Insoumis by Lalique. Next fragrance from the house of Hermes, from the Jardin line, and it is Jardin en Mediterranee. Now, I featured this one on my spring list, and you can see, I purchased this fragrance already a few years ago, and it turned. It was very clear, and then it turned. But this is normal in this fragrance. I guess it's because of the vanillin that it's using here. But Jardin en Mediterranee, it's not only because it's a very uplifting fragrance. This is fig leaves. It has the fig fruit. It's very green and watery. But I have so many good memories attached with this fragrance. So many good memories. Oh, yes, yes. I instantly go back to when I went to visit my girlfriend at Lithuania, where she's from, and we went that summer to Palanga, which is in the seaside. And they have, I mean, you have this forest, and that when you cross the forest, then you are in the beach, in the Baltic Sea. And this really reminds me of that moment, those moments. Oh, it's pure happiness. But this is one of the best Hermes, for example. I mean, this line in general, Un Jardin, it's a masterpiece of a line. I'm just not a fan of Un Jardin sur la Lagune, just because I think it doesn't fit into this theme, this transparent, watery, uplifting characteristics that these fragrances have, you know. But this one is just to die for. Un Jardin Mediterranee, I mean, it's beautiful. It's one of my favorites from this line. It's this one, Un Jardin sur le Nil. Then you have Après la Mousson and Sur le Toit, which are two fragrances that I intend to purchase soon. But yes, Un Jardin Mediterranee. It's so good. Instant happiness. Next fragrance, this is from the house of Chanel, from the less exclusives, Le Lion. Le Lion, and this is far from being a uplifting, fresh, sparkly fragrance. No, it's any of that. It's none of that. This is a very rich, thick, dense labdanum. Very raw, borderline animalic labdanum with patchouli. Oh, it's just to die for. This is a masterpiece, and this is the reason why I started to explore the less exclusive. This was my first purchase, and from this line, man, this is so good. Le Lion from Chanel. It's really a raw perfume, rich, resinous, dense, borderline animalic with patchouli. The patchouli used in here goes in the same realm of Coromandel, but in a different way still, because Coromandel, it's more of a creamy, gourmandish patchouli. Here, I don't detect any sort of gourmand touches or any creaminess, but the patchouli itself, it's quite similar to Coromandel. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It has, I mean, this, at the first spray, when I first tried this one, I saw a mild resemblance with Shalimar. Maybe because of the vanilla, because of the slightly animalic nuance, but in the end, this is a fragrance in its own. Because again, this is very straightforward in the labdanum, and it's a very raw, slightly animalic even labdanum. You know, it's really very intense labdanum, and with the patchouli, and then you have aldehyde. So I mean, it's a fragrance in its own. But in the opening, you can see a bit of Shalimar, but that comparison fades away when this fragrance starts to develop. I absolutely love this one, and every time I spray, every time I wear this, I mean, I feel good with myself. I feel happy because this is such a fantastic scent, and it's the reason why I started to explore the less exclusive, and it's the reason why nowadays I consider less exclusive the best private designer private line in general. Amazing fragrance. It's Le Lion by Chanel. The next fragrance, it's from the house of Cartier, and it is Mousse de Cartier Parfum. wow, this was one of the best discoveries for me last year, and I just love this. I just wish that this would have more praise, but I don't know if this was discontinued, although I purchased this one at duty free airport. Oh, it was love at first sniff. Oh, absolutely beautiful. So this is all about orange, galbanum, and vanilla. It's very thick, very, very thick galbanum with vanilla. Wow, it's amazing. It's really, it has a comforting feel because of the resins, because of the vanilla, but at the same time, and it's very, again, very comforting. And but it's very addicting. It's wow. This fragrance is a masterpiece. Mousse de Cartier Parfum by Cartier. It's just to die for. If you love galbanum, try this one. It's really a wonderful piece of art. Really, really fantastic. The only thing is that this might be very hard to find. And actually on my previous video, when I talk about galbanum, I mentioned that French Lover and Chanel No. 19 Eau de Parfum, they were the best interpretations of galbanum. Well, I kind of forgot about this one actually, but at the same time, this can be hard to find nowadays. So you will be just fine with French Lover or No. 19 Eau de Parfum, or really any interpretation of No. 19, to be honest, but especially the Eau de Parfum. This one I just want to smell and smell. Beautiful, beautiful scent. Romantic. It has, because of that sweetness, it's very smooth and it's attractive. It's a very attractive scent. It has a mysterious in it, because I mean, it's like what I'm smelling here, and you want to keep smelling and smelling. But again, the note breakdown is very simple, very straightforward, and it's, in the end, it's, you can really see that this is very around the orange, and on top a lot of galbanum and vanilla, but it seems that it has something in here, something slightly animalic. Maybe musk. So good. I absolutely love this one, and I feel happy every time I wear this. Just fantastic scent. Mousse de Cartier Parfum by, of course, Cartier. Next fragrance from the house of Guerlain, and this is from the Les Absolus d'Orient, Encens Mythique. Now, Encens Mythique, it's supposed to be more of a moody fragrance, because, I mean, really the color of the bottle, this gray tone, really interprets the fragrance perfectly. But yeah, I feel happy. This is the best ambergris fragrance that I ever tried, hands down. And this for me is the reference of an ambergris accord or note. This has rose, also this has aldehydes, and you can really smell this delicate rose, this sparkly aldehydes, but this salty, buttery ambergris. It's really what it's the main note of this fragrance, and it's so good. And the reason why I also feel happy, it's not only because I think that this is a masterpiece, which it is, the best ambergris. This was also the first fragrance that I explore in this line, Les Absolus d'Orient, Encens Mythique, and actually before this was in this line, this was in a different line, which now I can't recall, because This one, it came in a 75 ml bottle. It was this, it was Bois Mystérieux, which was Songe du Bois d'été, and also with Rose Nacrée du Désert, which I have. Actually, it's one of my crown jewels. And honestly, Guerlain could have just stick with that fragrance as a rose oud, because it's really their best rose oud that they ever released, ever. Oh well, I don't know what they are thinking sometimes, but well. But Encens Mythique it was my first fragrance that I bought from Les Absolus d'Orient. It was the reason why I started to explore this line. I mean, it has all of that, but I wore this, the year that I bought this, I wore it a lot during the summer because of the ambergris. I mean, it's only natural. For me back then, I was thinking, well, ambergris, it's very salty. It has like an oceanic feeling to it. It just seems right that, well, I will be wearing this during the summer, and I did. And it worked wonderfully. Of course, I went easy on the sprays because this is very intense and very thick. But it works during the summer. It really do. It really works. So that's why and then I have memories attached with this fragrance during the summer. It was in the summer of 2019. It's so good. I absolutely love this one. And it has like a mysterious, I mean, in some Mythique, I think it's this doesn't have incense, though it has an accord. I mean, the ambergris with the rose, with aldehydes and maybe other ingredients in here, I mean, create like this slightly smoky, incensey feel, but this doesn't have any incense note in here at all. But it has a mysteriousness into it. Absolutely love this one, and it's a happiness for me personally, of course. Encens Mythique by Guerlain. It's a masterpiece, really. The next fragrance, and this is the last from the designer side of things, also from a private blend, Tom Ford this time, and this is Tobacco Vanille. Christmas in a bottle. More than that, this is the reason why I explored niche perfumery in the first place. Back in 2017, and this to this day is my favorite tobacco vanilla fragrance, because this was groundbreaking when this was first released in 2007. After this one, you have countless of tobacco vanilla fragrances, but this is still my favorite in this genre. Absolutely gorgeous, dry fruits, spices, vanilla, and tobacco. So many memories, and this smells amazing. Great performance. I love to wear this during the Christmas period, of course. Love to wear this with my girlfriend because she loves this one of her favorites also. So yeah, so many reasons why this is a fragrance that makes me feel happy. It's Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. Now let's dive into niche fragrances, and first niche fragrance that really makes me feel very happy. It's from Amouage Jubilation XXV. Wow, Jubilation XXV. Again, not a fresh, uplifting fragrance, but really the opposite, the daring, thick, resinous, incensey, woodsy, fruity fragrance. I mean, it has everything. But why this fragrance makes me feel happy? Not only because it's a masterpiece, and I think I'm using the word masterpiece a lot in this video, but well, it's my opinion in the end. It's what I think about some of these fragrances as being a masterpiece, and this is definitely one of them. Jubilation XXV by Amouage. I mean, this is such a special, unique fragrance that I wear this more in special occasions. And I had quite a few, as you can see. So that's the reason why this fragrance makes me feel happy. I wear it in special occasions, happy occasions. And that's why I have so many memories, good memories attached with this fragrance. And every time I smell this, I feel happy. And then you have the scent in itself. It's a real fragrance with the black currant, very juicy black currant with myrrh, popanax, oud, frankincense. I mean, you name it. This has so many notes in here. This, again, fantastic creation from from Amouage Jubilation 25. I already saw some rumors, but I think it's not just rumors. I think it's really a reality now that Amouage will release an extrait version of a Jubilation 25. It will be Jubilation 40. I'm very curious to try that fragrance. I was a big fan, and I'm still a big fan of Interlude 53. The only one that I really care about in this new high concentration trend from Amouage. So yeah, Interlude 53, great, and I'm very curious to see what they did with Jubilation 25 with a higher concentration. So yes, Jubilation 25 here, amazing fragrance, a regal fragrance right here. And for me, it's happiness in a bottle. Another fragrance that it's definitely not uplifting. It's from the house of Maison Francis Courtien, Grand Soir. And Grand Soir also was one of the first niche fragrances that I explored. And I instantly go back to 2017. Once again, one of the first niche fragrances that I explored, one of the first niche fragrances that I bought. And this is still the 2017 bottle, and I wore this so much on date nights with my girlfriend. She also wears this a lot. Yeah, it's really a favorite of ours, and I instantly connect with very special moments that I pass with her. So yeah, that's the reason why I love this, and that's the reason why I feel happy every time I try this and every time I smell and wear it, but also because of the scent. I mean, I love this amber. This is a straightforward amber, but with a lot of benzoin and vanilla. This really smells like you are touching the clouds, because this is so fluffy, so weightless. Although it's sweet, but it's weightless at the same time. It's not very heavy and very dense, sweet overwhelmingness, if that's a word. No, it's weightless, and it's so good. Very romantic. I mean, this, if you would ask me for a perfect date night scent, it would be this one, Grand Soir by Maison Francis Courtien. The next fragrance, this is uplifting, citrusy, effervescent, from the house of Xerjoff Nio. And yes, this is probably the best bergamot / neroli fragrance. It's so realistic that it's even mind-blowing. High quality bergamot, neroli, musk, and it's very bubbly, very uplifting, and this screams summer. This is like a perfect signature scent for summer. Great performance, and it's really fantastic. I mean, there is a reason why this is very hyped. I mean, this case, I mean, I really do follow the hype on this one. I mean, Xerjoff Nio it's really worth it. It can be overpriced because in the end it's a bergamot neroli musk fragrance. I mean, and you will be paying 235 euros for a brand new bottle, 50 ml bottle of Nio. Is it overpriced? Maybe, but well, I still have it. I love it. So I think it's completely worth the price, in my opinion, of course. And it just makes me feel happy. It just wants me to wear this more and to, I mean, just waiting for the summer to come and to just create new happy moments. So good. Fantastic, fantastic scent. It's Xerjoff Nio. Next fragrance from the house of Frederic Malle, and this, although it has some freshness, it's very sweet and thick. It is music for a while. But this makes me feel so happy because I would love to wear this during the summer because of the pineapple. I love the pineapple in here. For me, this is the best interpretation of a pineapple note This is very realistic pineapple, very juicy, sweet pineapple with lavender and patchouli. Very unique concoction, and the lavender here kind of resembles to the lavender that it's used in Tom Ford's Beau de Jour, but it's a high quality lavender, no doubt, like in Beau de Jour as well. And then you have this earthy patchouli that just balances the sweetness of the pineapple. It's a fantastic scent, but this is a very fun, playful fragrance, I would say, because really the sweet, juicy pineapple, it's the main accord in here. And I love to wear this during the summer because the pineapple is a tropical fruit, and that's why I love to wear this, and also because it's very playful. It still has like some freshness from the lavender, so that's why I really love to wear this during the summertime. But I need to go easy on the trigger because this really projects and lasts. But yes, it's an odd note pyramid. It's an odd, I mean, you would not think that this would work. I mean, lavender, pineapple, patchouli. Will it work? Is it that good? It is. It is. It's a fantastic scent. It's music for a while from Frederic Malle. It's one of their best creations, in my opinion. Next fragrance from the house of Profumum Roma. Here I could have mentioned so many Profumum Roma fragrances, from Ambra Aurea, from Patchouli, from Aqua Viva. I mean, yeah, so many good fragrances from Profumum Roma that I could have mentioned that they make me feel happy. Profumum Roma overall makes me feel happy. It's my favorite perfume brand. High quality fragrances, very realistic notes that they have. I mean, if they have an amber, which is the case of Ambra Aurea and Fiori d'Ambra, you see, I mean, you can smell like a realistic amber, although amber doesn't have a scent, but it's like you can imagine the resin. And the patchouli, it's a natural patchouli, natural smelling patchouli. Orange blossom, the orangea, realistic orange blossom. So all of their fragrances, I mean, they are triggered to a specific note, and they are very good at that specific note, and they really give you an image, and I really do like it a lot, and I really appreciate that, and I respect that from Profumum Roma. And so this one is an aquatic. It's the best aquatic in the game. It's Aqua Di Sally, and this for me is the best aquatic, and this for me is a staple in the summertime. Really, this is a fragrance that really needs to be in my summer fragrance rotation. And sometimes I wear this during the fall or winter just to go back to the happy days of summer. This is a realistic aquatic, salty fragrance, salty aquatic scent. I mean, you have, it's salty, it's aquatic, and it's woodsy. It has like a cedar wood here on the base, but yeah, this really smells like you are on the beach and you are just smelling the sea breeze, the ocean breeze. It's exactly that. This feels like you just fill this bottle with ocean water and you have Aqua Di Sally. It's just that good. Realistic, salty aquatic scent. Amazing. I mean, and it has a sensuality. I feel that this fragrance is very sensual because this has like a muskiness into it. Like you spend the entire day in the beach and then you're leaving the beach with that salt on your skin, and this has that. This thing captures also that image, and I feel that it's very sensual. The sillage of this fragrance is very sensual. Oh, I absolutely love this one. It's happiness in a bottle for me. It's Aqua Di Sally by Profumum Roma. And last but definitely not least, from household Les Indemodables, it is Chypre Azural. Well, this is really, again, happiness. Another fragrance that it's happiness in a bottle, but very different from Aqua Di Sally. Well, first, I don't have memories attached with this one yet because, well, this was a very recent addition to the collection. But this is a very realistic orange with salty. It has like a saltiness into it, and it's also woodsy, so very effervescent lemon orange. It's like you just peeled off an orange fruit. Wow. It's like you're peeling off the orange and you are getting some whiffs of the orange fruit itself. You're getting some drops into your face when you're peeling. Yeah, it's exactly how this smells right on top. It's really fantastic. And it stays like that in the first 15 minutes. Then it starts to go into a very modern Chypre, like it has like a mossy, woodsy accords with a saltiness, also a salty accord. This kind of reminds me, and I already talked about this when on my video about Chypre fragrances. This one kind of reminds me of Les Amours Les Orangers, if I'm not mistaken, Amours Les Orangers from Parfum d'Empire, and it kind of shares the DNA because Amours from Parfum d'Empire also has the orange. It's also a Chypre, modern Chypre with a salty accord, and it has a similarity, although the opening is very different because it's like the Parfum d'Empire one, it's like an orange peel, and here it's like you are really peeling off the orange. It's very juicy, very realistic, very uplifting, effervescent, and then you have a bit of a mossy, woodsy, salty accord with a watery nature. Not really aquatic, but watery, if that makes sense. Fantastic. Chypre Azural really fits the name here. It's beautiful. It's really, this opening is everything. Amazing. Really makes me feel instantly happy. It's really an uplifting scent, no doubt. Chypre Azural from Les Indemodables. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below what fragrances make you feel happy, and see you in the next video. Take care.